What is going on, hillside gardeners? Today I'm going to do you a little garden fail for you. I'd say probably the biggest fail of my 2020 season. It's not a fail. I was actually extremely successful with growing this plant. This is the lychee tomato. However, I just don't like it. All right, for starters, just look at this thing. Everywhere you see are these giant, savage little spikes everywhere. Okay, so yeah, you get spiked when you grow this plant. If you grow it somewhere, it needs to be somewhere completely out of the way where you don't have to walk past it to get to your other plants, which I have done on numerous occasions. There are some kale plants and some other greens that are behind this plant that I really want to get to, but it's just, quite honestly, it's pretty dangerous, so I don't even try to get it. These plants do have some pretty nice flowers, typical nightshade type flowers. There's always bees on it, so I mean, it's good for that. And the fruit, if I can harvest one here without getting spiked. Fruit, I mean, they say they have a cross between a cherry and a tomato. They're all right. There's a lot of seeds in it, and the flavor's just not very remarkable. It's kind of bland, honestly. Sometimes you get one that has a little bit of a sweetness to it, but in all honesty, it's just bland and, you know, full of seeds. So with fall coming around, starting fall seeds, I need more space in the garden anyhow. I'm trying to get some stuff cleaned up. Some old pulled up an old cherry tomato that was kind of like spent anyway, so I'm trying to get the garden a little bit more organized, ready for the fall. And this guy here, it's going away. I've already cut the tops of it back at least once. You can kind of tell right here where I've already cut the tops out of it. It was about 6 or 7 feet tall and it was falling over. You see it over here, it's sprawling across over here into the peppers. Peppers over there I need to harvest, and that's not happening right now because it's scary. So yeah, I'd say the lychee tomato, it was a fun experiment. I've seen some, a lot of people on YouTube or other garden people, they grew it and said how awesome it was, and the fruit's just so remarkable and unique. That may be, I mean, everyone has their own thing. Maybe a different climate, they'd taste better or something, I don't know. But to me, it's not worth the time, the garden space I had to give up to grow it. I'm sure it's taking a lot of nutrients. It's such a big sprawling plant, so I'm sure it's pretty aggressive on the nutrient demand. But yeah, I need to clean the garden up for the fall, and this guy just has to go. There's no way around it. It's just time. It just needs to go. So I'm going to go ahead and spend the rest of the afternoon, or late morning, I should call it, clearing this plant out, and probably adding some more compost and getting ready for the soil to be used for the fall garden, plant some greens, some things like that. So if you haven't checked out my video about starting your seeds for the fall, I'll try to leave a link up there for you guys to check that out. Hopefully you guys have, if you've never grown greens or any kind of crops in the fall, it's actually a better season for growing those greens. So anyways, it's just a little quick update here about one of my least popular or least favorite plants in my garden this year. Quite honestly, I'm a little afraid of it. I'm gonna have to get some long sleeves and some blue jeans, some heavy duty gloves, because I'm taking this out little piece at a time, because I'm not getting arms full of briars or spikes or thorns, wherever this thing is on it. I mean, just look at this. So be careful before you plant this in your garden, because this is what you're going to get. It's like barbed wire with bad fruit on it. That's about the best way I can explain it. It's like barbed wire with fruit that's not really worth eating. So maybe if you're a deer, maybe a deer will eat it. I don't know. Good for them. But I'm just going to go ahead and sign off here. Just a little quick update here. Just give you a little word of advice. If you want to plant lychees, it's a cool little experiment. Plant it someplace not in the middle of your garden where you're going to have to walk by it and rub up against it, or try to harvest things next to it, because it's pretty good at defending itself, as you can see. And I'll leave it at that. So you guys, thanks for hanging out with me at the garden today. I'm going to get back to tearing this beast out. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. Please give it a thumbs up. Leave some comments if you've ever grown lychee before, if you liked it for some reason, or if maybe you had the same experience as me and it just wasn't worth the hassle. All right, guys, we'll catch you next time here up in the Hillside Garden. And go ahead and subscribe while you're at it. Follow along. See what happens next. All right, guys? All right, man. Bye.